Hi everyone, this is Levgen, and right now I'm in Miami on my guest spot trip to Ink and Oil tattoo shop. I already show you how I choose colors, my color palette, my ink setups, what ink sets I use for this or another subject in my tattoo. You can see it in previous video, but this time I decided to record the video about how I mix colors, how I mix between each other. Actually, this practice gave me a lot, really. During the session, when I need tattoo session, when I need to mix colors, it gives me understand how to mix colors and what I will get in the end. So if you feel not so comfortable with colors and mix them, I highly recommend it. Take a seat, take your colors and try it a few times, it really helps you a lot. So right now with me here I have my travel case with inks. So it looks like this like A4 size, and here about like 30 colors. Also I have here like ink caps, brush, everything what I need to show you how it works. And yeah, let's talk and let's do it. So let's go. We have very simple palette. Red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, blue, violet, pink, and black and white colors. So how to learn to mix them. So just mix. For example, the most simple way is we have yellow, green, right? We need to get, for example, green lighter, but we can do it lighter like warmer or cooler, right? So we have green. When we need to get it lighter, we mix it with yellow, not with white. And then we will get in the end, you can see like very, very warm light green. Or, for example, we have here green. We need to get it lighter, but somewhere in shadow or just cooler tone. You mix it with white. And you can see the difference, right? This one is much cooler, this one is much warmer. Or for example, we have, we have orange. And sometimes we also need to do orange lighter. It's also like, we have orange. When we need to make it warmer, mix it with yellow, so colors what is next to. So, and you can see the difference, right? But when you need to make it lighter but cooler, you can mix it with white, for example. Then you have this type of kind of like a peach color. You also can see the difference, right? This is like with everything. When you need with blue maybe and red is a little bit easier, but also we take red color. When we want to make it lighter, it depends. So when we mix red with white, we will get kind of like pink, much cooler tone. When we need to get it warmer, we can mix it with yellow. So red, a little bit of yellow, and you already can see it's a little bit lighter. It's not exactly the orange, but it's lighter. Sometimes I can add a little bit of white as well here. So it's still type of red, but it's not as cool as this one. It's already warmer. So, but what when we talk about a little bit more difficult? For example, we have the same, we have blue color, right? How to get it more turquoise, for example, close to maybe not turquoise, but maybe to teal. So when I mix blue with exactly green, I can get turquoise exactly, but it's not get lighter. It's more or less the same tone, but it's like more turquoise. But for example, when I need to get it a little bit lighter, for example, when I have blue and from blue I have to go more to mint colors, it's also I have blue, I take a little bit of yellow, so, and you also can see it's also a little bit kind of like turquoise or mint color, you know, but it's not exactly as dark as this one. It's a little bit lighter. But also when I want to get really mint, you know, then to this mix exactly, I have to add a little bit of white. And then I get exactly the mint. If I want to do this mint a little bit cooler, back to blue. And mix it with white. So for sure you're not gonna do, you won't do this mix process during the session, of course, you know, but I mean, it's very important to know how to mix colors to make them darker, lighter, and understand how they mix between each others. For example, when we need to do blue slightly darker, you can mix it with black, for example, and of course it's darker, right? But in the end it's not just darker, it's also more gray when you mix it with white. You can see, right? Or this blue, for example, this blue you can mix with red a little bit. And it's already also darker. But when you mix it with white, you still get it a little bit more blue than this one. This one was, when you mix it with black, it's more gray, it's turned to gray. When you see this one, it's still blue. It's darker, but still blue, you know? The same way when we would like to, like, for example, what I usually do, you know, I take red, I need to get red darker. I mix it with dark blue. A bit more red. Because blue is like very concentrated color. So then it means that you need a little bit of blue. So, and you can see in the end we have red with little bit of blue. It's like a little bit darker with a lot of blue. It's much darker. Just show you again because maybe it was not clear. Red with just little bit of darker. Oh, it's still a lot of. You can see that you need a lot of red and just little bit of blue. So do this practice, it really shows you how to mix color. Then you know that next time when you would like to mix red with blue, for example, you need more red and less blue. So, and then, or you have like, and you have here red and more blue, and then you get it really darker. Because when you mix the red with black, for example, red with black, then you mix it with white, it's more gray, less saturated. Then you mix, for example, this type of red with white. It's a little bit more saturated. You can see the difference. This one is more gray. This one is a little bit more kind of like when I do it this way, you can see it's still based on red color. When I mix this way, it's more gray, more pink and cooler. So it also depends on what you need, but when you would like to place pretty solid dark reds, you know, and make it very well, then mix it with blue, has more sense. So let's go with the rest. When you need to get, like you asked me about that before, when you need to get like one color darker, it's really helpful when you mix with opposite color. So when you get a red darker, use blue or green, but I don't use green because a little bit scary about get dirty green, you know, tone. This is why I mix with blue. It's closer to violet and it helps me to, and it gives me understand that if change something or any mistake, it will go closer to violet than to dirty green, you know. For example, when I need to get I don't know, orange or yellow darker, I can mix, of course, it with blue, you know, but it will turn mostly this way to green or like dirty green color. But when I mix it with violet, for example, it will turn mostly this way, you know. It will change mostly to maybe red, orange color, you know, but not to dirty green. For example, I take yellow, so it looks like this. Then I take a little bit of violet, and you can see. So, or I can add a little bit to this, a little bit of red. So and then you can see the difference between yellow and the result what we get. So it's pretty simple. It also depends on your color, but yellow, little bit of violet to this, and little bit of red, and you already get like dark yellow, not dirty, pretty, very pretty actually. So, or for example, when you need to get green darker as well, the same way, you have green, little bit of red, and it says, and you already have pretty dark green tone. When you mix it with white, you can see it's still green, right? or you need to get any salmon color. You have yellow, take a little bit of pink, a little bit more yellow, and a little bit more white, and that's it. Or a different way, you can take red, a little bit yellow, a little bit more, and a little bit white. So, and you can see, and the same sometimes during the tattoo. I also tattooed yesterday, pretty difficult for me. It was like very tricky to do the jellyfish skull. I will upload here the picture, and there was some like very difficult colors for me, you know, and I mix them every time. So it gives me like understand how they mix between each other when I take, for example, let me just, I have violet, right, and it make it lighter. So what usually I can do, mix it with white, right? But when I would like to get it a little bit light, not lighter only, also warmer, you know, I can mix it a little bit with yellow, for example, and take maybe a little bit of orange. So we also can get, for example, I don't know, red, do lighter, more pink, or add a little bit of yellow and get lighter, closer to orange, you know. So it gives you understand how to mix the colors, how they acting, you know, when you mix them. Also, just every time pay attention that they don't get really dirty. Or for example, like I usually sometimes use gray blue colors. You can take blue, you can mix it with black, you know, and then you will get like pretty cooler, like cool gray tone, you know, but when you mix it with white, they're orange a little bit, but wait, you can see the result, right? But sometimes I also, when I need to get it more blue, less gray, but like gray blue, but not so gray, more blue, then I take blue, like dark blue, right? Mix it with black, it gets darker, and then I mix it with white, and in the end we also have like cool blue, you know, cool gray blue color. But it's not as gray as this one, you know. This one is a little bit more, you can see it's a little bit more blue, and this one a little bit more gray. So this is the difference. When you play with colors, you have to know the rules of the game when you play with it. And when you mix it, you also have to understand very well how they mix between each other, what you get in the end, you know, how you can mix them and what colors you have to use to get this or that effect, you know. Also, sometimes you can open on Google like I don't know, color palette, and for example use just this 7-8 colors, you know, and mix, like for example, oh, I like this green, for example. I see right now the color of one closest here, it's like olive, yeah, so I would like to get that one. So I take green, I mix it with yellow, but it's too green, it's still too green. I take a little bit of white, this color, so it's already a little bit closer, and maybe a little bit of violet. Yep, and I already have the stuff in this color. So using like, and if just remember a few rules. As much colors you use, as less saturated your color is, the result I mean is. So when you mix a lot of colors, remember it will be less saturated, closer to gray, very muted tone. So try to use like 2-3 colors maximum when you mix it. It will keep your color still saturated. As much colors you use to mix and get the result, you know, as less saturated color you will get. So this practice actually is very helpful, and when you have a chance to do something like that, just do that. It's really pretty helpful to understand how colors act in. Okay, so thank you so much. If you like this video, tap like this. If you would like to get more, just comment this video, or write me direct message. You know that when you ask me something over the direct message, I answer to you back. So I'm here especially to help you with tattoo and to grow up together. So yeah, if you like, tap like. If you would like to get some answers to questions, comment this video or write me a direct message. Thank you so much, and bye bye.